As tensions continue to rise in the Middle East, China has now stepped in with very strong words, warning that the conflict could enter a vicious cycle if immediate actions are not taken. Welcome to TimesXP's War Updates. And the statement, it reflects growing global concern that continued military operations by the US, Israel and Iran, it could push the entire region towards deeper instability. China has urged all the sides to halt military activities and return to diplomacy, emphasizing that the use of force would only worsen the whole situation. And this call for restraint comes at a time when missile strikes, military preparations and rising rhetoric, they have increased fear of broader conflict here. Now, by stressing dialogue over confrontation, even if the US has announced a 5-day halt, China is positioning itself as an advocate for de-escalation. Well, a key concern highlighted in China's response is the growing tension around the Strait of Hormuz, basically a critical route for global oil supply. So any disruption in this area, it has immediate consequences for international energy market, including the rising oil prices and increased uncertainty. Well, as one of the world's largest energy consumer, China has a direct interest in maintaining stability in this particular region. China also indicated that the whole conflict should not have escalated to its current level, suggesting that earlier diplomatic efforts might have prevented the whole situation from worsening further. And this reflects a very broad view among some global actors that the current crisis is the result of escalating action rather than unavoidable circumstances. And at the very same time, reports that the US has paused certain planned strike on Iranian energy infrastructure, it adds another layer to this whole tension, right? While this pause may provide temporary relief, it does not necessarily signal a long-term shift in the strategy here. Military forces remain on high alert and the possibility of further escalation, it has not been eliminated. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the broader implication of China's statement is the risk of the conflict expanding far beyond its current scope. If additional countries become involved or if key economic routes are further disrupted, then the consequences could extend far beyond that particular region. And this includes impacts on global trade, energy security, and financial market. Now, for the countries around the globe, including India, the situation is particularly very significant due to its potential economic efforts. Changes in oil prices and supply chain, it can influence domestic tool inflation, overall economic stability, and this makes the development in the region closely watched at both government and market level.